Wish you all stay happy, healthy and safe at home and do your studies regularly and properly. I am Yojana Parak and today we are going to see a chapter for Standard 9 students from your English textbook Moment. From this book we are going to see chapter number 8 part 2. The name of this chapter is Mariya Sharapova. This chapter is about an athlete whose name is Mariya Sharapova. Now, who is she and what she did? That we are going to see in this chapter. So now, let us begin chapter number 8 part 2. There is something disarming about Mariya Sharapova. Something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22/2/2005, to the world #1 position in the women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Disarming, that is likable, at odds with, that is in conflict with, or you can say that does not match with the circumstances. Poised, that is calm or elegant. Then pinnacle, that means the most successful point, the peak point or the top point, you can say. So here it is said that there is something likable about Mariya Sharapova. Which thing is most attractive about Mariya Sharapova? Something at odds with, which does not match or which conflicts with her ready smile and glamorous attire. What is the thing that conflicts with her attire and smile? And that's something in her lifted on Monday, 22nd August 2005 to the world #1 position in the women's tennis. The thing which conflicts with her attire and smile, the thing which lifted her, which pushed her on Monday 22nd August 2005 to the world #1 position in the women's tennis. She became the #1, she got the #1 position in the women's tennis in whole world. And all this happened within no time. It did not take much time to reach this position in the world. That thing which has done all this, which does not match with her attire and smile, which has lifted her to this position, that thing is poised beyond her years. The Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach this peak point. Poised, that is calm and elegant beyond her years. She is very young at this age, but at this age too she is very calm and elegant, and she behaves very maturely. This Siberian girl, Mariya Sharapova, she is born in Siberia. That is why she is known as Siberian girl. Teenager, she is teenager. At the teenage level, at the teenage she reached this peak level, this top level, and it took just 4 years to be the professional tennis player. Now, how this all happened, that we are going to see in the next slide. However, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Now, this struggle, she became the professional tennis player within 4 years. But that struggle began when she was just 9 years old. This rapid ascent that is fast growth in a fiercely competitive world, that world which is completely mad in competition. Everyone has to come first in this competition. Everyone is competing with each other. So in this fiercely competitive world, this growth began when she was only 9 years old. With the level of sacrifice a few children would be prepared to endure. That means suffer patiently. She has sacrificed so many things. At just 9 years, at the age of only 9 years, and that is very difficult for the children. She was just 9 years old and she was a child. And it is very rare. Very few people, very few children can do this kind of sacrifice which she did for tennis. And she started struggling for tennis when she was only 9 years old. And then when she was teenager, she was about 16 or 18. At that time, in 2005, she got the top most level in the tennis. So for that she had to struggle a lot, she had to sacrifice a lot from the age of 9 years only. And she was just a kid. Very less or very few children can do this sacrifice, which she did. And she suffered a lot patiently, calmly, and wait for her result that she got in 2005. Little Mariya had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. It was her birthday about to come. Her birthday was about to come when she would become 10 years old. But before that, she did her packing and she was sent to United States for training in tennis. Paid off, that means sent to get the training in United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. Now that was the first step of Mariya Sharapova to become the star, to become the world's first woman in the world's topmost level in tennis. She got the world's topmost level in tennis, in women tennis. So that achievement she got, and the first step of that achievement she took when she was only 9 years old, and she was about to become 10 years old, but before that she took the step and she went to United States with her father. Her father's name was Yuri, and they went to Florida in United States, where they had to take the where she had to take the training, and that launched her on the path to success and stardom. This way lead her to the final destination of stardom and success. So from here, from Florida, her struggle began, her journey began to become successful. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2-year separation from her mother, Yelena. She was with her father, but her mother was away from her. She was in Siberia, and Mariya was in United States, in Florida. and to stay away from her mother, just a 9-year-old kid, it was very tough for her to stay at a strange place among strange people, and the people who were close to her heart were away from her. So she really missed Yelena. Why she missed her a lot? The letter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. She had to stay there because of visa restrictions, and that is why she remained in Siberia. Her mother remained in Siberia and she could not come with Mariya to Florida, and only Yuri could come there. So that is why she had to stay in Siberia and Mariya was away from her mother. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would not come would only come at a price. And she paid the price. The first price for this tennis success she paid, that was the separation she got from her mother. She had to stay away from her mother for 2 years at the age of 9 years only. I used to be so lonely, Mariya Sharapova recalls. She remembers those memories which she had when she was only 9 years old and she was in Florida alone without her mother. She says that I used to be so lonely at that time. I missed my mother terribly. I missed her so much that even I cannot express it. Terribly I missed my mother. That means extremely. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going. So he could not see me either. Now I was away from from my mother and even from my father. My father was in Florida, but he was working a lot just to keep my tennis training going on. And for that, he had to work a lot and he could not get the spare time to meet me. Even though he was in Florida, he could not meet me. So I was all alone, without father, without mother, only 9 years old in Florida, at a strange place between strange people. So that experience was terrible for me. And she missed her family a lot. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. It is necessary for children to take at least 10 hours of sleep. So because she was so young, she would get tired easily and uh, early than all other uh, competitors. So that is why she would go to bed early at 8 p.m. The other tennis people, the other tennis students would come in at 11 p.m. They would come in the room at 11 p.m. and they would share the room in the Florida. The tennis training court was there, and there the students shared the room, and the students who were elder than her used to come about 11 p.m. and as she was the youngest, she would go to bed about 8 p.m. as she would get tired early or easily, and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. They would come and create mess in the room, and then being elder, they would order Mariya Sharapova to clean the room. When she was in sleep, about 8 o'clock, she would go to sleep, and then they would come about 11 o'clock and wake her up in the midnight, and they would ask her to clean the mess of the room. So in this way they used to rag her. So she suffered from ragging in those 2 years, and she suffered it all alone. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. This ragging did not depress me, but it made me strong, mentally strong and physically strong. And I was completely determined that I will show them, I will give them answer by my performance. So that made me more mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. From this age, from so young age, I learned that how I have to take care of myself all alone and how I have to handle all this. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. Because I had to struggle a lot, I had to suffer a lot, I never felt that I should quit because I knew what I have to achieve. And for that achievement, I could do anything. I could sacrifice anything. That I was determined that I have to achieve my goal, and for that she was completely determined and she struggled a lot, she suffered a lot without any complaint, without any disappointment, without being depressed. She did all these things. She tolerated everything just to achieve her aim. And all this tolerance, all this trouble, all these hurdles made her more stronger. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. Because here you have to grasp everything. When you have nothing and you come from nothing, she came from Siberia. At that time, she had nothing to lose. All she had is just to earn, just to get, and she had no one with her. She was all alone. So now she had to gather her well-wishers, her relatives, her friends. So all she had is just to get, nothing to lose. So that's why when she had nothing, she became more hungry. That when I am having nothing, I have to get it. And that desire made her more hungry, and she gave her complete effort to achieve that. Right now I am having nothing, but there will be a point of time, there will be a time when I will get that thing which no one had. And she got it in 2005. So she says that when you come from nothing, there is no back support you have, and you have nothing. You have no achievements and you have to struggle a lot. At that time, that makes you very hungry and determined to achieve your goal, so that you can grasp everything which you have surrounding you. Because you have nothing to lose, that means you just have to get everything, achieve everything. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insult than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. Now she brought up with what? With much more humiliation, being a Siberian girl in America, and insults because she was younger and she was read by her elders. So I was brought up with all these things, and that made me steadfast. That means that made me steady to stick at my decision. That made me tough and hard to pursue my dream, to follow my dream, to achieve my dream. So all this humiliation and insults did not depress me, but motivated me and gave me strength to follow my dream. And that made me tough and more determined. The toughness runs through Mariya even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004. Here bagging, that means winning. So this toughness which she had, Mariya Sharapova had, that was the key to achieve this title. The first girl who achieved the first position in the world in women's tennis. So that was the key. That toughness, that struggle was the key for her to achieve, to win the women's singles crown at Wimbledon. Wimbledon is the place where this match was held and she won this crown. At Wimbledon in 2004, and to her meteoric rise to the world #1 sport the following year. Now she won the trophy, she won the match, and finally in 2005 she got the title that she was the first woman in the world who got the women's tennis topmost achievement at this young age, and that is why she became the world's first woman who achieved this title in women's tennis. Bagging, that means winning, and meteoric, that is very rapid. So that was the key of her rapid rise, rapid growth, and just in 4 years she could achieve that level. What was the level? World's #1 spot in the tennis, in the women tennis. The following year, that means in 2005, she got this achievement. And that achievement was very rapid. Why? Because she had struggled a lot, and that struggle made her tough and hardworking. And because of her hard work, she could achieve this title in just 4 years. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit, to the peak of women's tennis has touched the heart of tennis fans. This journey, this struggle touched the hearts of her fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiments. For Mariya Sharapova, when anyone of her fan would listen her story, her journey, they would feel very emotional for her. But for Mariya, there was no space for sentiments, for emotions, for feeling depressed or for feeling sad or upset. There was no emotion of such kind in her heart, and there was no space for such kind of emotions in her heart. She always remained happy, and she was always hardworking and determined, and she always pushed herself up and encouraged herself. So her fans get emotional when they listen her story, but for this youngster, for Mariya Sharapova, there appears to be no room, there is no space for sentiments, for getting emotional. The straight looks and the answers she gives when asked about her ambition make it amply clear. The way she looked very straight and the way she gives the answer of the question in the interview, it appears that she is very clear about her ambition, about her goal, about her aim. The way she looks very straight, directly in the eyes, and this shows that how confident she is. And the answer she gives when asked about her ambition makes it amply clear. That means it is enough make clear to anyone that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. When she gives the answer of the questions in the interview, it makes clear that she feels that all the sacrifice were worthy for her to achieve this achievement. So those all sacrifices contributed in her achievement. That is what she feels. And it was very clear by her looks and by her answers in the interview. She says that I am very, very competitive. I am very, very hardworking. I work hard at what I do. And because of I am very, very competitive, I work very hard to achieve my ambition. Because I know what I have to do, and for that I am ready to do hard work. However, whatever it is, and I am able to survive it. It's my job. I have to compete because I am a sportsman, I am a sports person, I am a sports woman. So it is my job to compete, and it is my job to do hard work. And to achieve my ambition, to achieve my goal, I can do whatever comes. I can perform whatever comes in my way. I can handle all the hurdles, and I can struggle for that. I am ready for everything which comes in my way to achieve my ambition. And she believes that all the troubles would contribute in her success, in her achievement. So she says that I am very competitive. Here, competitive does not mean that she is competing with other competitors, or you can say other sports person. But she is competing with herself, with her dream. She is working hard to achieve her dream. That is what her job is. This is her mantra for success. Hard work is the only way to achieve the success. So this is the mantra of her success, which she followed forever in her life to achieve this level. Though Mariya Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Parades, that is, display her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubts, he says, I am Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life because I have only spent 9 years in Siberia, in Russia. But rest of the years, from 9 to 18, I have spent these years in US. So the contribution of US is huge in my life, but I proudly say that I am a Russian. I am from Siberia. And that is true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. Now, as she got the training in US, so she is playing from US, but she proudly says that she is not American, but she is Russian. Even though being Russian, she is playing for America. And if she gets chance to play from the side of Russia, she would proudly do that because she proudly says that I am Russian, and she feels proud about her nationality because the place from where she born, that was the origin place of her, and she never underestimated it or never forgot it. She still respects her motherland. from where she got born, and she proudly says that I'm Russian. Even though I can speak American language properly, I do not have the Russian accent. But still, I can say that I am Russian, I have Russian citizenship, and I'm proud to be Russian. My blood is totally Russian. My parents are from Russian and they have taught me this. So, whatever I have got, I accept that America has played a big part in my life, a big part uh, of contribution for my achievement. America has given a huge contribution for my achievement, but I cannot forget Russia because Russia was my origin and I cannot underestimate it. I cannot forget it. I still respect it, and Russia is in my blood. I still value for my country from where I am. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So, even though Mariya Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she can speak the way American people speak with American accent, even being Siberian. That Russian accent does not came when she speaks. She speaks with American accent. But still, she proudly displays, she proudly presents herself as Russian, and she proudly presents her Russian nationality, that she is not from America, she is from Russia. Even though she is playing for America, but still she is Russian. And if she get the chance to play from Russia, she would feel proud to play from Russia because she really respects her motherland. It shows that how thankful she is and how grateful she is. Like any number of teenage sensations, Mariya Sharapova lists fashion, singing, dancing as her hobbies. Like anyone, teenager sensation, that is the person who influences us or motivates us. So she is also an influencer, she is also a sensation, teenager sensation, because she influenced teenage people a lot. So like all other teenage influencers, she is also a teenager and she also has some hobbies. For fun, she used to dance, she used to sing, she liked fashion also. So these were her hobbies. So it seems like she is general, normal like all other teenager people. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. This is the name of author, and she loves to read the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate, spread, and fizzy orange drinks. Sophisticated, that means fashionable, at odds with, that is in disagreement with, or fizzy, that is arrogant. So, she likes fashionable and well-designed evening gowns, and like other people who follow fashion, they are fitness freak and they follow a particular diet to look beautiful and fit in those evening gowns. Mariya Sharapova does not follow any kind of diet, any kind of particular diet for that. She loves fashion and she do fashion, but for that she does not avoid eating and drinking. She likes pancakes with chocolates and aerated cold drinks or soft drinks. So she would eat it without considering about her body maintenance or fitness that she can do by her exercise. So she do what she loves, and she had done lots of sacrifice to achieve her ambition, but for her hobbies she enjoyed it. She enjoyed it completely, and she does not follow other people. She is different from other people. These things which increase the calories in our body, so that will make us fat, and we might not look that good in designer evening gowns. For that, other people do avoid these things. But Mariya Sharapova is not like that. She loves to do fashion, and for that she does not avoid eating and drinking. She eats and drinks whatever she likes. So, in case of her hobbies, she enjoys it completely without any sacrifice. So this is very odd that when you see the person who is very hardworking, struggling, and who is very sharp pointed towards the ambition, towards his ambition or her ambition, those do not spend much time for their hobbies. But Mariya Sharapova is not like that. She enjoys her life completely, and with that she is hardworking too for her ambition, for her goal. So this is a distinguished kind of personality she has, odd and different from all other people. Mariya Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent and unwavering desire to succeed and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world in women's tennis. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping, the achievement she is getting. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That position does matter more than money. That's the dream that kept me going, not the money motivation. It can be motivation for other people, and it is motivation for me too, but that is not much important. So she says that those who win the title, they get some prize money with their achievement, and that prize money motivates them to achieve lot more so that they can get lot more prize money. But for other people and for me too, money is a motivation, but it is not that important. The important influence which I get, the thing which lifts me up is the goal, the ambition and the achievement, the prize which I get, the place which I get. So that is more important than money for me. Mariya Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed, that means cannot be categorized or classified. Her talent, we cannot categorize her, we cannot classify her into a category because she is different from all other people. Her talent, unwavering desire, that is firm, which cannot move, which is not flexible, it is steady. So that desire to succeed and readiness to sacrifice everything for achieving her goal, that has lifted her to the top of the world in women's tennis. Few would grudge, that is oppose her or would mind her the riches she is now reaping. They might feel, they might oppose her, or they might not support her the way she is achieving the success. So it can be that few people would feel jealous from her, but this is what she has to say about her gains. Why people get jealous from her? Because she is achieving success, and with that she is getting the prize money with a title. So the way she is achieving the success, that might be cause of jealous for other people, but she says about her monetary gains, what she says, that of course the money is a motivation which I get from the achievement in tennis. So you can say that tennis is a business and a sports too, because when we achieve something, in return we get money. So that is a kind of business, and it is a sports too in which we compete with other competitors. So it is a business and a sport too, because the money is the motivation. Just like in business the money is motivation, same here in games, in sports also the money is motivation. But the most important thing in sport, which makes a sport different from business, is to become number one in the world. That aim motivates me. So that's the dream. That is my dream, to become number one in the world. That dream keeps me going on. That dream motivates me more than money. So money is not much important for me. The dream is more important for me than money. So this is what she feels, this is what she thinks. And here we learned about her achievements, about her journey to these achievements, about her life, about her sacrifices, about her hard work, and about her hobbies too. The way she lives her life, the way she enjoys her life, and the way she about the way she looks everything, her point of view about everything, that we have learned in this chapter. So here this chapter comes to an end with the moral, with the lesson that you should always be positive and do not quit. The hurdles, the problems will always teach you something, and that will contribute you towards your success. So do not get depressed and keep on motivating yourself with this trouble, and keep your journey going on and achieve your success by facing all this trouble and hurdles. Do all the sacrifice you can do. The hard work is only the key to success. And enjoy your life completely. And feel grateful to whatever you have got. And feel satisfied with whatever you have got. This is what we learned from Mariya Sharapova. So here this video comes to an end. Now we will meet in the next video. I hope that this explanation will be useful for you to understand this chapter more clearly, and you might have enjoyed this video. Now we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself, be safe at home, and keep on learning. Thanks for being with me. See you.